Hi. This isn't exactly going to be a poem, so I hope I don't get into trouble from that, or more trouble. Um, I'm down here in, I guess, what you might say is the basement of the Shorewood Police Department. I'm waiting for Kathy, a liaison officer for the Shorewood Police Department, and my lawyer in another room having a discussion. Well, I guess I shouldn't really say my lawyer. He's just kind of like a guy who hangs around the courthouse looking for work, and I guess that work would be me. He was kind of appointed to me, or I was appointed to him. At any rate, he and this Kathy woman are consulting right now, and they should be back in a little while to let me know where things stand. But it's really kind of ridiculous. It's just it's kind of a stupid little thing. But last night was Valentine's Day, and my wife and I had some plans to go to a movie. I'm sure many couples have made the same kind of plans, had the same idea of how they're going to celebrate the occasion. So I thought it was in the bag. I thought that's what we were going to be doing. But my wife has this problem. She's got some muscle pains and things that make it difficult for her to do housework, laundry, and cooking and things like that. That's no problem. I can handle all of that. But sometimes it gets especially intense, and the pain is really agonizing. And on those occasions, she then calls up Enrique, her massage therapist, and sets up an appointment to get a massage. And apparently yesterday, maybe due to the stress of celebrating Valentine's Day, holidays can kind of bring on stress like that, she gets these really deep muscle pains, and she calls Enrique and makes an emergency 3-hour deep massage session for last night, so she could get this problem taken care of and somehow perhaps be able to sleep. And Enrique, he's a godsend. The guy is, well, he's really an incredibly good-looking man, totally into men himself. He's not at all interested in women, according to my wife. And I'm pretty much into women myself, but if I weren't, Enrique, I would have to say it would catch my attention. Anyway, that's getting off the point. Anyway, my wife makes this 3-hour appointment for a deep muscle massage with Enrique so she can somehow deal with this muscle pain she's experiencing. And I find myself suddenly with no plans and nothing to do. So we'd planned on going to a movie. I like movies, and I thought I would then go to a movie theater and go see a movie. And this is I want this to sink in for a moment. This all then took place at a movie theater. And what do they have at movie theaters? Well, they have movies. And who goes to these movie theaters? Well, I would assume people who enjoy movies. Excuse me, someone's coming. I'm just going to... Okay. This is my lawyer, Frank, and he wanted to know how much money I could get my hands on. It's kind of a disturbing question. I don't think that $65 was the right answer by his facial expression. All right. Anyway, where was I? Okay, I'm going to a movie theater. My wife has to get this deep muscle massage from Enrique, her incredibly buff and handsome gay masseuse. So I am kicking it for the evening. I have no plans, nothing to do. I decide to go to a movie. I go to the movie, The Messenger. It was a really good Valentine's Day movie, kind of uplifting and all about the heart and love and things like that, and filmmaking. A lot of it seemed to me to resonate with thinking about filmmaking. So as I'm watching the movie, I'm getting more and more inspired about filmmaking in general. So as I'm leaving the movie theater, I'm kind of, I don't know, I guess I'm kind of overcome with the urge to shoot a movie, which has been happening lately. So I have this coat on. I pull the camera out of the coat. I turn it on, and I just kind of casually flip the camera up in the air, and there happens to be this woman right next to me, walking out of a theater as well, kind of a an attractive woman, I would say. She would be described as attractive. I wasn't really paying that much attention to her, sitting, 4 or 5 seats away from me in the movie theater. I don't recall. I wish I had recorded this, actually, because I may have tried to speak to her going into the movie. As she was walking ahead of me, I may have maybe, I don't know, suggested she could sit. Well, I don't really even remember if this conversation took place, so let's just forget all about that. But anyway, I flipped the camera up, just turning it on and just getting ready to, I don't know, just see where the spirit takes me. And apparently, the camera caught her eye. Apparently, it was kind of like sort of aimed at her, and she accosts me. And, well, here, I'll show you. Just let me get that for you.
Is your video camera?
What? No. It's not.
What is it?
Do you think I would bring that to the theater? Can't you look at me? Please. I'm begging you. Ma'am. Ma'am, you're walking pretty fast. Excuse me, ma'am. Okay, I'm putting it away. Okay. That was like, what, 30 seconds. That took place maybe 30 seconds. You can't really even identify this person if you would have her in a lineup, for instance. And, there was 5 women that looked somewhat similar to her standing in a lineup, which is kind of a feeling like an invasion of your privacy to be put in a lineup and with people who kind of resemble you, and then you're just standing there looking at this sheet of glass, which there's someone. At any rate, you couldn't probably even pick her out of a lineup. That's my point. So the thing happens. It's over with in like the blink of an eye. I put the camera back in my pocket. That's it. I had no intentions of anything going further. Apparently, our cars were sort of parked in the same parking lot by the theater, and hers was fairly close to mine, so it probably maybe felt to her like I was following her to her car. I was actually following her to my car, and I drove off, and that's it.